we see America, you know. We watch your TV, we see your sitcoms and your news alike. We get everything from Idol all the way to Oprah. We love Oprah. We just, you know, yeah, of course. I mean, especially in South Africa, we love Oprah. We love, no, because she gives us a lot of money. So I mean, we just love Oprah. She came out to South Africa and she built a school there. She built a school in South Africa called the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy. Spent $50 million building this school. Yeah, most expensive school ever built. Most expensive anything, just ever. You know, and those children love her. Like when Oprah comes there, they run out screaming, yeah, Oprah, 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 oh yeah! They just love it, you know. This is a big place for her. And then, you know, it's a wonderful school, state-of-the-art technology, brand new computer labs, state-of-the-art facilities, and then she made the mistake of hiring African teachers, which is not the worst thing. It's just she's had a few issues with discipline at the school. The way the teachers choose to administer the discipline is very different to what Oprah and America believes in, you know. And I blame Oprah. She interviewed them and she said to them, she said, "You guys aren't going to spank them, are you?" And they were like, no, never, Oprah, never. No, we will not spank them. And she left and they were like, yes, we don't spank. Here we beat. We beat. You don't spank a child, you spank a monkey. Here we beat. And that's what they did. They beat the children. They just beat them, which is horrible. I know, I smile. I mean, it's horrible. It's just, I think, in Oprah's school, because Oprah's world is so different. Getting a beating in her school must be something different, you know? See the teacher walk into the classroom with a cane, angry, just walking around. "Cynthia, were you talking at the back?" "No, miss, you were talking. That means you are going to get a beating." But because it's Oprah's school, everybody's getting one. You're getting a beating. You're getting a beating. You're getting a beating. Everybody's getting a beating. Look under your seat. It's a beating. Ah, Oprah, Oprah. I'm going to hell for that joke. But that's, you know, we see you guys. We see you guys. A lot of people out here have that impression. I've learned that. Everyone has that idea. I learned that in small things, you know. Like I do shows. I've been doing shows around the country, around the world, really. I've been blessed. And I remember one day, I'm in LA, and I'm doing a show, and we're sitting backstage, and this comedian comes in to the backstage area, and he's got a list of all the guys that are performing. And so he looks around, and he looks at the darkest guy in the corner, just the blackest guy he could find, and he goes, "Hey, yo, you the dude from Africa?" And the guy looks up and he's like, "Nah, man, I'm from Detroit." He's like, "All right, my bad. Yo, okay, Detroit, yeah, you, okay, cool, LA, okay, cool. And then he looks at me for a second, does a quick calculation, and he's like, and then he looks and he goes, "Yo, where you from, man?" I said, I'm from South Africa. He's like, oh, you the dude? Oh, damn, man, damn, I didn't even know they got, you the dude from Africa? Man, I didn't even know they got light-skinned niggas out there, man. Damn, yo, that's the motherland, man, that's the motherland. And all of a sudden, he just started giving me this speech. He was like, "Man, you know, that's where we gotta be, man. That's the motherland out there, man. Yeah, I got to get out there, man. I got to go home, man. You heard? I got to go home. Man, you tell them, all right? You tell them I'm coming home, all right?" And I was like, "No, we're not waiting." Because I'm fascinated. I think that whole identity has come from the term African American. This is something that's fascinated me. You know, it's the very loose term African American. Because half of the time you use it for people that aren't even African. You know, just use it as long as you're black, they go African American. But what if people aren't from Africa and they're still African American? You know, there's people from the Caribbean, from Haiti, from Jamaica. You know, they call it, yeah, African American. Guy's like, "No, man, I come from Jamaica. I never from Africa. I ain't never been there before, man." He's like, "You want to stay? African American, man." The prefix to American has become as important as American itself. I thought it was just American, but it's not. No, it's very important. You have the prefix. You know, you have African American. You have others like Latin or Mexican American. You have Asian American. You have, the most interesting for me was Indian American, which I learned about during Thanksgiving. Indian American. And then I was told I'm no longer allowed to say this. He said, I now have to say Native American, which is redundant, is it not? Because if somebody's a native of the land they're still in, should you not then just call them American? How does that work? It was the strangest conversation to have, sitting around carving the turkey and just going, I don't understand. I can't say Indian American. He's like, no, Trevor, you look, you don't want to say that. You want to say Native American. It's a better term. I go, oh, well, who called them Indian American? Well, we did. Oh, I see. And then who changed it? Well, we did. I see. And you guys feel better? Yeah, much better. Much better. This is the craziest thing in the world, changing it, the prefix. And I mean, I don't mean to offend anyone. As Americans, I hope I see some guys looking at me like, okay, move on, guy, move on. Yeah. Because that's the one thing, because the one thing I noticed is white people in America, you never got the prefix. What happened there? You guys got left out? Oh, that's horrible. And it's a first. There's nothing? You guys don't get a prefix? No. Sir, you don't want one? No? Just American? No? Euro American? No? Although, I mean, to be honest, Europeans would be like, no, they are not from us, please. No. No culture, they are not European. So then I get Anglo from the British. Anglo-American, is that more? No, you don't want Anglo. I don't know, Anglo-colonial American, is that Imperial American? Death Star American? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm still searching for the answer. My two favorites so far have been, I was traveling in the South, and a gentleman shouted out, he said, "You can call us Super American." Very well. And my favorite was a man in Atlanta who looked at me and he said, "Why don't you call us Honky American?" And I'd never heard of that term. I'd never heard of the word honky before. Because isn't honky the same thing you use for like your car? That's like, and the thing that clowns use, honk, that's honky. That's the most honky American. That sounds like a bad children's character for white imperialists, It's like there's Barney, there's Ronald McDonald, and there's Honky. This is like, this coming out singing to all the white kids, "It's Honky, it's Honky. He's gonna teach you how to be white honky. It's Honky. Remember, kids, white is right. It's Honky, it's Honky." It's the craziest thing ever, honky. I really please don't get offended. If you're American and you're offended, I really hope that I'm not offending you. I mean this because I am scared of you. No, really. The world, you don't understand. The world is shit scared of America. Like America, because you guys, you've been fighting wars since World War II? You guys haven't stopped. Like America, no, it's true. America's just like the most badass. America's like that really buff guy on the beach, just like not messing around, just walking around. Just like, you do not mess with America. It's like, if America catches you building a sandcastle, like, "What are you doing?" No, America, it's not what it looks like. It's like, "Ah! Ah!" The only time people build sandcastles is when they're gonna attack. Stop that! Is that a bucket? No! America's like, America's that super, because you guys have the best army in the world, and you say, America's that big guy that walks down the hallway, and the rest of the countries just stand on the side. Just like, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye. And as America walks past, like, America's like, "What was that? What was that? Iran? Did you fart?" No, America, I'm sorry. Yes, I fart just a little bit. I'm sorry, America. Iran, were you farting at me? No, America, no, I don't fart at you. I just fart just by myself. Just fart on the back, not to the front. To the front, I say sorry. Please, America. Iran, was that a nuclear fart? No. Not nuclear fart, just beans. Lots of beans fart. Beans. No nuclear America, please, please. I'm gonna come in there. No, don't come in America, please. Just fart. Just fart, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, it's just, we're afraid of you. Don't understand. The whole world is afraid of, the whole world is afraid of you guys, you know? Because you guys have been fighting, and for a lot of good in the world as well. Don't get me wrong, you know? That's why you guys are so proud of your troops. Yeah, like the troops, right? You guys love the troops. Give it up for the troops. Yeah. Because I've learned in the biggest democracy, you need your troops. That's why the troops are so high up in America, so respected. The troops, you know, they're not number one though in the rankings. I'd say number one is more sports. Sports is the highest thing. No, sports is the biggest thing in America. Like that's just number one. It would be troops is up there though. So I would say the rankings would be sports, the Kardashians, the president, then the troops. That would be. Yeah, because you guys love the Kardashians. Like, let's be honest. Like, Americans are just, I've never seen anything like it. Guys like, did Kim get home okay? Did she? Yeah? Okay, go. Yeah, check on Obama. Okay, cool. All right. Just, you know, that's the ranking. But sports is just not, wow. You guys love your sports out here. I've never seen more focus put on sports anywhere else in the world. Americans love their sports back to front. You analyze them, you worship them, you watch the game before the game, you watch the game after the game. You talk about what might happen in the game, you talk about what's happening in the game, and then you talk about what happened in the game and what could have and might have but didn't happen in the game. It's just the craziest thing I've seen in my life. It's all about statistics. Have you seen sports in America? Non-stop. Guys just come out there. There's no time for smiles or anything. Just come out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It's the 2012 Miami Heat up against the OKC. This is the greatest final we've been waiting for in the NBA Finals. LeBron James leading his team out here, averaging 30 points, double-double every single game, 10 points per game just in assists alone. This man is just something else. 90% from the free throw line. He's just gone in. He's statistically gotten better. His team coming in with more. Chris Bosh coming in with more assists, really doing well in the last game. Just like, wow. Numbers, stats. You guys know everything, every stat. Well, I mean, he's got 4 out of 5, and I mean, if you look at that statistic alone, it looks like he should be getting forward. He should be, and then it's just crazy. You know everything, and then you switch over to like your business channels and your economy, and you're like, what's happening in the economy this year, Bob? Well, nobody knows. I mean, nobody knows. Yeah. And they were like, well, when you think about it, James Bond was based on a real man who was white, and so he should be played by a real white man. And I was like, well, that just doesn't make sense, because if you think about it, Jesus was technically a black man, but he gets played by a white man. So I don't know what your point is, because that's never stopped me from receiving my blessings. I don't know what you're going on about. And they were like, you can't have it. I was like, racism, you can't have it, racism, you can't have it, racism! And then I went to Scotland. I realized that maybe, just maybe, I hadn't given the argument enough thought. Because I love Idris Elba. I want him to play Bond. But if you think about it, James Bond often operates in places like Scotland and the UK and Europe. Because that's where most supervillains choose to reside. I'm assuming it's for tax purposes. No matter how you feel about the issue, you have to admit, it would be particularly difficult to be a spy when you are the only black person in town. Your very existence defies your purpose. I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying that would be the toughest James Bond movie that was ever made. Can you imagine that scene? Idris Elba, James Bond, planting the C4, blowing up the bad guy's leg, jumping on a bike, riding into the town square in Edinburgh. The bad guy's right behind him. They pull out their guns and start shooting. The chase is on. Get it, get it, get it, pew! Ding 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 ding. Idris Elba, James Bond, jumps off the bike, runs into a crowded town square. The bad guys are right behind him. He manages to shake them off, pops into a little alley, gets out on the other side, finds a crowded little marketplace, puts a scarf around his head, a fake beard, blends in with a group of monks walking by. The bad guys turn the corner.